Okay, for this video we're going to learn another way to review our integer rules with something called diamonds. I think these are pretty fun. I hope you do too. This is what they look like, and there are 3 levels to diamonds. Of course, we'll start with level 1. It's the easiest. When we're working with diamonds, you'll see 4 little diamonds inside of 1 big diamond with 2 numbers on the left and right side on level 1. The top diamond has a dot in it. That represents multiplication. So what you're to do is to take both those numbers, -4 and -5, multiply them together to give you the product, which is a positive 20. The bottom diamond has a plus in it. That means you will add those 2 integers together and get their sum. Now, whether we really add or not will depend on their signs, and in this case we have same signs, 2 negatives, so we will add them and keep it negative. So their sum is -9. The next diamond, first we'll do the top, fill in the top, the product. 8 times -6 is a -48. And then the bottom one, we'll find their sum. 8 plus -6. We actually have opposite signs, so we'll subtract and get a positive 2. The next diamond, 11 times -9. The product is -99. And then their sum would be a positive 2. Again, because we're subtracting, we keep the sign at the larger absolute value. Let's look at a couple more of level 2 or level 1 before we go to level 2. -12 times 6. The product will be -72. The sum of -12 and 6 will be a -6. Again, -7 times -8. The product is a positive 56. And then their sum is a -15. Let's move on to level 2. I think you guys should be getting those down pretty easy. Level 2 looks a little different. We'll start with the first one here on the left. You're missing one of those single numbers, single digits on the left or right side of your diamond, but you're given the product. So whenever you have a product and one of the digits, you have to work backwards. It's division then. The opposite of multiplication is division. So we have to do -64 divided by 8, and that gives you a -8. Once you fill in that diamond, now you can just find their sum to fill in the bottom. -8 and +8 make 0. Let's try that again. If you're given the product, work backwards, which is by dividing to find out your missing piece. 36 divided by -4 is a -9. And you should always check. Go backwards and check. Okay, well, is -4 times -9 a positive? And is it 36? Always check to make sure you did that correctly. Then your bottom, -4 plus -9, we'll actually add them, keep it negative, and get a -13. Now on this diamond, we're not given the product, we're given the sum. So what's the opposite of addition? It's subtraction. So you're going to write down -10 minus 2 and work out that problem to find out your missing right little diamond. -10 minus 2, they're same signs, so we'll add them and keep it negative. So we're coming up with -12. So let's check it. Is 2 plus -12 a -10? And yes, it is, because you'll subtract and keep it negative. Then we're going to find the product. 2 times -12 is -24. Once you find one little piece, you can fill in the rest pretty simply. Let's do a couple more of these on level 2. Again, we're given the sum, so we're going to write out the problem. Start with your sum, 4, then put a minus, and then your other piece, which is -6. Now what's 4? That's going to actually become a +6. Make that a plus, so 4 plus 6 is 10. And then check it. Is 10 plus -6 4? And yes, it is. Now 10 times negative 6 is negative 60. We can fill in the top. Let's do one more of these. Negative 4 minus a negative 7. We have to work backwards, and that's actually a positive 7 now. So negative 4 and positive 7 is a positive 3. And let's check that. Negative 4 plus 3, I'm sorry, negative 7 plus 3 gives us a negative 4. And then their product is negative 21. And one more, negative 15 minus a negative 7 ends up being a plus 7. We have different signs, so we subtract. We have to keep it negative this time, and then check it. Negative 8 and negative 7 make negative 15. So we did that right. Then we'll find the product. 8 times 7, positive 56. All right, here's your challenge. I hope you are understanding diamonds okay. I hope you actually like them. I think they're kind of fun. Your challenge is level 3. And if you are able to complete level 3 and bring these back tomorrow, there might be a little surprise in store for you. I'm going to do the first one to make sure you guys kind of get the feel, because it's also the easiest. And then I'm going to let you do the next 3 and see if you can bring them back on Friday. We're given the sum and the product. So now we have to really think what 2 numbers multiply to get 16 and also add to get 8. Now, of course, like I told you, this one is very simple. It's 4 and 4. But their next 3 have your negatives and positives mixed in. So you've got to really be careful. And like I said, it's a challenge. And I'm going to see who can figure these out for class on Friday.